for the stream potentially.
Testing.
You might be better turning that off than just using one. I need.
Okay, can you guys hear us? Is that?
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining us. This is our first official IAL press conference for the England Eruptors. We are very excited to bring arena football to Europe, to England, and yeah, we're going to open the floor for questions. We have Benjamin Hallett. He's a defensive back. He's our first official defensive player we signed to the England Eruptors. We have Calvin Stitt as well. He will be our quarterback. He's played in the ELF, GFL, all the top leagues as well. He's played recently with the Salzburg Ducks, one of the top teams in the AFL in Austria. Both guys are UK products. So we want to make sure that we are building these teams with UK talent and fan base is built with the UK community, and that this is just a great opportunity for guys who love the game of football, the reward that we're putting in. Very excited. We know it's a new sport to Europe. We know it's a new concept, but extremely confident that the structure of the league and the setup and how everything's going, we're going to be highly successful here. Europe has the infrastructure for the success. Arena football and Tom Mitchell, our CEO, he has the plan, he has the vision, and it's really been coming together beautifully. And I believe we're going to have something that's going to last quite long. So just kind of open up the floor for questions, comments, thoughts. And again, feel free if you need to learn more about the game or anything like that. We're here to be at your service today.
Could you tell us? Oh, sorry. So, could you tell us a little bit about the England Eruptors?
So the England Eruptors will be a 25-man roster. Much smaller than the traditional American football. We'll play 77, 88. We're going to decide on the final ruling if we want to have that flex player out there. But the England Eruptors is going to be a UK-based team. The top three teams, so we have franchises. Let me start with that. We have franchises in Zurich, Switzerland, Dusseldorf, Germany, Stuttgart, Germany, Glasgow, Scotland, and here. We will have the 25-man roster. The top three European teams will go to Las Vegas end of July to compete in the World Playoffs. That will feature 3 teams from the United States division and 3 teams from the Canadian division. The winners of the total championship will receive $2 million. So this is the highest paying league in Europe by far. It's a fan-driven league and it's a player-driven league. That's the way we're going to keep it. Any club, any league that's had success, they've had a strong fan base and they've had great athletes to put on a great show. And there's plenty of great athletes, especially in the UK. I would be hard pressed to find another country that has more talent in the UK on hand. Germany might want to argue with that, but we get to play those guys later in the season, so we don't get to find that out. But we're still working on the roster fully built out. But if you're a top athlete and you want to get paid top dollar in Europe to play football, then we're the place to be. Again, you have an owner who cares about the player. Every head coach we had is a former player. Majority of the coaches are American who have been over here 10 plus years. I've been over here since 2009. Coach Keith for Stuttgart's been here since about 2010 to 2012 maybe. Coach Philip Garcia has been over here for 10 plus years as well. So, we're familiar with the market, we're familiar with, the differences in the European game and compared to the United States. We're very excited about it. We know there's a lot of high quality talent here, and my personal goal is I want the European squad to win it. I'm the director of player personnel over here, so I want to show what Europe can do. I know we can compete over there, and that's what we're going to show. I hope that answers your question on the England Eruptors. But really, more than anything, we're here to be another branch of the community. American football is a community sport in the essence of it, and it truly takes a community to work for it to work. So we want to get out in the community. We want people to associate England and the Eruptors with American football. We want every person to come in here and feel like family come game day. We are a family. We're going to treat it like that. If you show up 3 times to one of our events, congratulations, you're officially, family with the Eruptors. That's going to be for every franchise as well. Again, it starts with the fan and it starts with the players. It's going to end with the fan and the players. So we're really excited to just bring a new model, a new theme, and with the arena football, it also gives you a much more intimate experience. So, traditional fields are so far away. We're here, we're going to be dodging footballs, dodging players, and, it's going to be fully engaging the whole time. And we're going to create a lot of new ways to have fans fully engaged in total game day experience. Listen.
Can you go into more detail about the compensation for the players at this time?
So players will be paid a base salary per game of 1,000 euros. The way that will work is if you make the game day roster, the game day check and the winning team will be paid an additional 1,000 euros. So, for example, if England goes undefeated, every player who is on the roster, they win 24 picks. That's 4 months, 34 months. So, definitely the highest pay scale in Europe, and we plan to just keep building and growing. And the more success we have this first season, the more longevity and the better the salaries will be for the players. We also have a revenue sharing system with the players, so they will be getting a piece of the success that this league has, and that's how we really want it. We want the players to really take a lead in connecting with the community and understanding that, hey, our fans are supporting us and we're supporting them, and it's a symbiotic relationship. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're going to have our first exhibition game March 27th in Stuttgart, Germany. If I'm not mistaken, England will have its first kickoff for the season opener April 18th or 24th. Don't hold me to that. I find the players not create the schedule. 25th of April. Thank you, sir. But yes, we'll have the exhibition to kind of show people what it's about. But they're going to be seeing the Eruptors all throughout England, leading up until kickoff and even after. Again, we're serious when we say we want to get established in this community and in this country and really, be a part of it. So, yep. More questions? Yes, sir.
Another existing plan, the football teams, university teams.
So, what we really want to do is one unique thing we can offer all clubs in England is high quality coaching and resources and answers to some kind of things. Football in Europe, you have a lot of clubs, programs, they're just doing it for the money, they can have the money, resources, or the amount of players. So we've really brought in coaches and people who really understand how to produce a good product with limited resources. And we're very confident that when guys and players actually see what we're doing and offering, we'll also have guys who want to come in just to become the best football player they are. And then community-based wise, we want to get into the local schools and get kids interested in the game of football. We'll be working with the punt, pass, and kick company from Germany, where they specialize in getting kids introduced to the game of football, and we'll have kids come in and participate halftime with the punt, pass, and kick, and let them have a great experience, kind of get to be on the field under the bright lights, which is a feeling and experience that will be hard to get. Again, we have our first fan here, Mike. I officially made him come in here and get this camera. Mike, official fan, you family now. Come say hi. He drove 20 miles. These are the kind of people we really want to highlight. We really want to show our appreciation for, because again, it's the fans and the players that make this all happen. We don't want to make any confusion about that part. And again, we're just here to be a community, a safe space for people who just want to experience a family experience. Again, football has been something that has given me my closest friends in life, and has given me so many opportunities and just get to meet the world and connect with people on a level that wouldn't traditionally allow you to do that. With the football team, you're going to get people from all backgrounds, socioeconomic statuses, and they're all even, they're all equal on that field, and then really allows a bond, and we think that we can do a lot of good community connecting through the game as well. Yes, sir. A little bit more into the clash of ideas. We get a better idea.
For me personally, I feel completely what kind of touchdown trick.
I think that's probably more like you're referring to the team culture. Yes, so team culture, that's really going to be the players and the community. We want the fans and the players to really develop that identity, but one thing for sure is we're going to work hard. That's going to be every club. That's the standard that we put to every coach, and no coach has been hired without the expectation that they're going to get players better. We don't want to just put on a show. We want to develop top quality athletes and really give them the opportunity to step up, because I fully expect to have at least 3 to 5 players in NFL from the performance they put on in this league. As far as like a clash of ideals, again, that also really highly depends on your roster. You can say you want to score a lot, but if all your best players are on defense, you're going to have to change that up. So the clubs and coaches will really develop the schematical parts of it. Once they have their full rosters, and again, they'll go through practice. But typically, head coach is going to do that what they want to do. So all our coaches really understand that, embrace that, and again, they've been in Europe long enough to know that they have a mindset. You really got to make the best of what you have, and when you can, you start cooking. Yes, sir.
There's tryouts for the team on Saturday in Oxford. Will there be other tryouts around the UK?
Absolutely. So Saturday, and I'll put over to Calvin to get the details of the location. But yes, we're going to be holding multiple tryouts starting February. Our goal is to player-led practices 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday event will be our community outreach event. We're going to call it Friday Night Lights, where we want any and everyone from the community to come meet us. We're going to have music, food, games. We want to introduce the game of arena and tackle football to families. So, if you want to try on some pads and a helmet, don't hit a dummy. More than welcome to it again. Come more than 3 times, you're officially family. So Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be really player led, and those events are to help support the players who are spending their full time to build this league because these guys are really committed to the longevity of this league and the success of it. So really want to give them every opportunity to really be full time professional and spend as much time as possible connecting with the community. Yes, sir.
How do you look to ingratiate the England Eruptors with the British American football community?
So that is a great question. I think one, signing some of the top players. We also signed Emmanuel Crispin, the top player in Europe for quite some time. And once we get the time to actually lay out everything and show guys what we're doing, it's not. But I think the real work is just going to be informational more than having to show us. We have all the key places in part to be successful, but we really just need top quality athletes that really. Because again, it's going to come down to the fans coming to the games, and it's going to be on the players to really make sure they're connecting with the community, so these fans feel like they're going to see their family members play or Sunday.
Um, and this is about one of the key things is interaction with the players and things. Will kind of social media presence be regularly accessible in terms of video highlights or game highlights and these sorts of things, just kind of, always come for games and everything like that to kind of keep it up. Yeah, I find that's a bit of a difficulty with British American football, is that culture isn't there because, like I say, resources and those sorts of things. So keeping the fans engaged with that sort of content, I think is really important.
That's a great point. And our owner, Tom, at the foresight, we have some of the top influencers already here, and one who's been asking excellent questions behind the camera as well. But definitely, I want you guys to be able to send your social media. But we definitely give this to the family. We want to be able to engage every day. Again, we know every person may not want to do that, but we definitely want to have content. And we want people to feel bought into these players' journey because these guys are really pursuing to be professional athletes, and most of their goal is to make no doubts about it. We want guys who want to play at the highest level, compete at the highest level, and really support them in every way. One thing I can say is, you may not think that everywhere. I know there's clubs who, again, they develop a guy and then they want to keep him there. That's not what we do here. Athlete first, you tell us where you want to go. We're going to help you get there. But at the same time, put the work in, reach out to the community, and everything's going to take care of itself. Because again, if you go to the NFL, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to want you to connect with that community, be part of the fan base, and really, just drive the league and keep it connected and be that glue that people need from Sunday to Sunday. Great question. Yes, sir. When you say young, you mean under 18? If you can play, you play. Now, under 18 could be a little bit more physically demanding, but then I just finished coaching at Thompson High School in Alabama. We won a state championship 3 years ago with the 8th grade quarterback. For people who may not be familiar with that, he was 13 years old, and the oldest you could be is 19. So we played against 17 and 18-year-olds to won a state championship. So again, if you have the talent, it's not going to be a safety hazard. But you being out there, you have the opportunity to compete, and if you're good enough, you get a contract. Now, younger guys that are still developing in high school, and maybe they have the talent, but just still need to develop as a player, we definitely have a few different avenues that they can pursue to really develop as a player. And each franchise will have a practice squad and a developmental roster spots put up to where guys who want to train, who may not be right there yet, but if they just work at it a little more, they'll get there. We're definitely going to leave that as it's a new game, so we understand there's a learning curve as well. So we're going to let guys develop as well. And again, if you want to show up to practice and get better, we're not going to turn anybody away. But it's going to be your job to get that game day spot. Each coach will have their discretion figure out how many players they want, but I highly encourage them to kind of get as many guys as they want because one of the big things with this year one in Europe, guys who are playing this year in Europe, they will qualify to play for the American franchises as well. And we expect to get NFL scouts here, but also just the normal arena leagues already have that access to the scouting. Question? Yes, sir.
If you're not, you have to stop. But for the fans like yourself, how do you engage them?
I know one of the things we're going to be doing is getting into the schools and actually, again, the test and kick is kind of going to be the main caveat to how we connect with kids and really get there. The Friday Night Lights event, glad you said that. It sounds like we're going to have to go to Wells and host them. But again, we're here to connect with people. These guys are doing this full time, so we're here to do that. But I really appreciate that you said that. I'll make sure that we do an event in Wells and really connect. But again, this is a England-wide team. We want everyone in this country to feel like they have a piece of it and a part of the success. And whatever we have to do to make certain parts feel welcome and feel part of this family, we do. But thank you for mentioning that. So we have to get to Wells. And again, fans and people out there watching, if there's places you want us to pull up to and connect as coaches, club, and players, we'll pull up. So yeah, we're here to connect. We're here to work.
I think probably most of the guys here would agree that for people in the UK, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland rivalry is something that every country, no matter what, it's definitely if going forward, if there's a quarantine of this thing, then you can touch it all because it's a rivalry. There's something like the Panthers earlier in ice hockey in this country. We have a massive rivalry with the Steelers, and those games are, ordinary pretty much we always sell out because that rivalry. And I think one of the things that English sport fans is they're developing that rivalry and having kind of be on heated rivals. So with the stuff on side, I'm sure will be that issue that goes.
And that's one of the things that makes the European market so attractive is just there's so many natural rivalries kind of already ingrained that if you put on a good show and allow people to show up, then they'll get to participate in that because everyone has that pride and that local pride in where they're from. So we definitely want to give people the opportunity to kind of wave their flag and cheer their team. So we're excited about it. We know that there are a lot of natural rivalries. We're also going to be developing our own. Like I think the UK players and the German players are going to kind of try to figure out who the best is in Europe. So I think I might start that rivalry just because again, I love to see guys compete. And again, the better the competition, the more success everyone will have in this league. So we're here all for it. And again, just the local fans are really going to dictate how we move forward and which avenues we should do. So we really want to hear from fans on what ways we could best connect with them and what things they're kind of looking for. Club, not just the sport watching, but what you're really looking for and saying that's my family, that's what we're a part of, and this is my team.
So is there any expectation of having imports in this team and the Glasgow-based team? And if so, what are the rules?
So there's not an official import rule. This is professional football. So if you're good, you're good. Now, we do want to build each local team. And again, Nottingham, England, there's enough athletes to really develop here alone. And we really feel like that with each location. Teams have the option to, but I know Coach Stuttgart, Coach Hill said, he's he's going all local. We may have one or two Americans come over, but I know Coach Garcia is following the same model. So is Coach Khalid Wise in Zurich. They understand that there's a bit of a adjustment process coming over from the States. So we want guys, they're American. We prefer guys who've already been over here. Don't have to worry about adjusting as much, but more so, we want local guys being the faces of these franchises, really competing. And my job specifically is finding the best talent everywhere, getting them to play in the highest league, which is the IAL. Make no doubts about it. We're the most competitive, highest paying league in Europe. So, any more questions? I feel like I've been talking and haven't been highlighting the players yet. So I keep talking about the players, but I haven't introduced them. I'm going to first introduce with the quarterback, Calvin Skip. Again, he has a lot of experience, but I'll open the floor up to you.
Yeah, so Calvin Skip, been in Europe for a couple of years now. I think great opportunity out for myself. Stay at home, make money, and yeah, play football high level. So I think he's tired and yeah, time to hit it.
Yeah, Benjamin Hallett here. He is a defensive back. Was recently playing in the AFL in Austria, and we got him back on. So we're happy about that. Yeah, people on.
Yeah, likewise. Well, but they're right at home. Also have great competition. At the end of it, that's
So for both Calvin and Ben, what do you foresee as the challenges of adapting to arena football?
I think it's going to be a lot faster paced. I think definitely that. Obviously, the field's a lot smaller. But other than that, I just think it's another game. Ready to play.
hospice.
This is first.
Yeah, I mean, playing in Europe, I've been at stages where it's been like that. So, I mean, if anything, I'm just excited. So, excited to represent England and home with family.
Players, I assume you have a lot of interest in the other players. Are you guys going to reach out to a lot more European, like playing for EFL, places like that? Or are you going to look into uni ball, or if there's, like, for example, students in Nottingham, how will you approach recruiting on your guys there?
It's not going to be
That's another thing we can learn of arena football. And again, every football player who's ever played has had adjustment. But again, we have a lot of time. We have a lot of dedicated guys who are going to put the work in. And again, 3-4 times a week, they're going to be really grinding. So we're highly confident of the product.
In terms of the training, where will that be in order to simulate the arena league
So we're going to
situation?
indoor soccer stadiums pretty much, and we'll line the field up just like a hockey, because arena football uses the hockey, ice hockey dimensions. So practice will be more of just the actual dimensions, and we'll put up like mats to kind of simulate that, but we can't rent out a full 10,000 person stadium for every practice. So the practices will be just a smaller place locally that guys can just train and still have the same elements on game day, but just won't have the seating.
This one's for both players. What were your early memories of American football, and when did you know that you wanted to do this professionally?
Going to games with him was like my early moments of yeah. And then knowing that I wanted to do it freshman, I went to high school in California. So when I went there, I that's what I want to do. So, yeah.
That's both the players. In terms of, I guess, following on from that, who are your NFL team, and if you could compare yourself to kind of a current NFL player, or who was like kind of your idols in the NFL, so as you were kind of getting into that and kind of what influenced you, or who you kind of look up to in the football?
I'm a 49ers fan. And then I'll say like a Michael Vick. I'm left-handed, so it's hard kind of look up to him.
The Cardinals, the Buccaneers, and one of them retired now, but safety and probably very, very.
I think we'll have no beating everyone.
Yeah, how have you?
We've kind of done some recruiting. I've identified some of the top players. They know a lot of the top guys as well. And then some of it's cold call, just getting in their DM on Instagram, hey, saw your film, or hey, I know what you did last season. How are you doing that? But we have a link that we also send to players so they can register into the league database, and then that will make us aware that they want to be a part of the league as well. And we will post all that information on the IAL social medias and the YouTube as well, so guys can pull up there, link in, and let us know their interest. We plan on hitting most major cities. Just give us some time to actually map that out. They'll kind of be heading up the player-led workouts. But Oxford is our first one on Saturday, and
It's 11:30 start. There's we'll post that.
again, everyone's welcome. If you're under contract and you just want to see how it is, you're more than welcome to come. Again, if you don't have interest in arena, but you just want to look at it, you're more than welcome to come. We understand it's a new game, and guys are filling it out. But we encourage every football player to come out here, give it a try, talk to us, and see if you connect with what we're doing.
Thank you.
Outside of the exhibition game on April 25th, are there dates for the more league fixtures?
Yes, we have the dates locked in. They're working on the logistics of the teams traveling back and forth, but the arenas are reserved. They're just figuring out the flights, buses, trains, and all that stuff to make sure guys are traveling in a balanced way. Just being, because we're gonna have guys going from Glasgow to Zurich for weekends. They're trying to make sure, like say, if Zurich has to come play England and Glasgow, it's probably best to kind of do that back to back so they practice double up sure it's efficient as possible and just not blowing unnecessary. Pay because we have-
I think it's really going to be the week or what I do like.
A double header sounds like an awesome idea. As a football fan, I love it. Logistics wise, that's the business end of the company. I can't comment on that. I would love it. And again, the more opportunities guys get to play, the better we are. You're the baby playing us conference, baby. That's how dedicated he is. He brought his lovely wife over so they could participate today. And again, it's a family sport. We understand it takes a family to make this happen. No guy is out here having success by himself. They have somebody supporting them. They have people behind them to help them make it happen. And again, we highlight that. So players that have families really want their kids to see them play. We're going to provide that. We're going to let them get on the field with their kids and really highlight that. Well, I think that's one thing that doesn't get highlighted up is that every player has in order to even make it to the field. Yes, Rings will be streamed by, they're not on here, but give me 1 second. I want to make sure I get that company name right. Yes, games are going to be streamed live. You know, probably bad media editing. Guys, want to get the company name correct. Sport hits. There we go. Thank you, sir. Sport hits is where the games will be live streamed, and from my understanding, they're working on local broadcasting as well. Again, that's not my forte with the business part. I'm really focused on getting the top talent here, but I do know the CEO and the commission are heavily pursuing different local markets. They have as much as possible that viewers can see. Yes, sir.
So with you running alongside the British American football season, do you foresee any issues with that? And then is there anything that you say to the British American football community to sort of spur them along, let's say?
Good question. You know, we're running at the same time, but again, we're not running from competition. Football and sport is built on competition. So we welcome it. We're confident in the title we're putting out. We know we're giving guys a great incentive-based contract. They're getting great base salary. I'd say our contracts outcompete 98% of the contracts in Europe right now. We have a couple of few big names we're going to get ready to release here once they get signed on the dotted line. But we want to compete. We know what it is, and we also understand that there's two leagues out here sitting on their pocket because they can't figure out how they're going to support their athletes to have a season. So we're not about that. We're here to put the players in the position to be professional athletes and to put a high quality product above all else. We're here to grow the game of football above anything else. It's going to be football, IAL, then each franchise. But again, no franchise is going to succeed without the clubs in the country succeeding first. So we really want to keep that up. Passion. You can't play football at a high level. And again, just the one, you're going to have days where you're hurt. Again, it has to be something in here that's driving you every day. But above all, passion. The guys are passionate about the game, want to grow the game, and they're passionate about the opportunity to be a full-time football. That's their job. Question? Great question. I believe it's being printed up as we speak. I would like to have it on the ground as soon as possible as well. So I know they want it on the ground as soon as possible and it's on.
So in the IAL live streams that they have on Instagram, the term multi-year plan has been said multiple times. Is there anything that you can sort of go into in regard to that, especially with both the ELF and the EFA and the ALFE both speculating on London-based franchises in the near future?
We want to compete with everybody. And we know what we're doing has can be extremely successful, especially in Europe. And our owner Tom has had success with arena leagues in America. And I know just from being over here, the infrastructure that European countries provide, if you take the arena model that Tom has successfully implemented, then this thing can last for a very long time. So who knows? Maybe we do have the NFL. But right now, we're looking for the best players, putting out the best product. We're focused on the people we have. We're not too tied into what other people are doing. So we do the things that we're supposed to do. We're going to put out a good product on the field, entertaining games, and fans engaged and feeling like they're part of the community. So I would just again like to say thank you guys all for coming out. Any players that are interested in, please reach out to us on Instagram, social media, any kind of way. Again, we're looking for the top players. Don't let your contract scare you. We'll see if we can get you out. But yeah, we're looking for top players, and for lack of a better word, we're looking for dogs. We're looking for guys who want to play. We're looking for guys who have NFL aspirations and want to compete at the highest level possible. Thank you guys, and have a blessed day.